viewers, welcome to Beyond Borders. In this video, we will look into the topic G20. December 1st, 2022 is a momentous day as India assumed the presidency of G20 Forum, taking over from Indonesia. A summit of this size will be held for the first time in the nation. This offers a unique opportunity for India to contribute to the global agenda on pressing issues of international importance. This topic is very important for those who are preparing for any competitive exams like UPSC. So we are doing a video series on this topic. The first video is to give a basic idea about G20 Forum, and in the next videos we will have a detailed analysis of the importance of the summit, its challenges, how India can benefit from the opportunity, etc. The G20 or Group of 20 is a premier forum for international economic cooperation. It is an intergovernmental forum of the world's major developed and developing economies. It comprises 19 countries and the European Union. Collectively, the G20 accounts for 85% of the global GDP, 75% of international trade, and two-thirds of the world's population. It plays an important role in shaping and strengthening global architecture and governance on all major international economic issues. When the Asian financial crisis of 1997-98 ended, the G7 finance ministers agreed to establish the G20 finance ministers and central bank governors meeting for a discussion on international financial system in 1999. The meeting was centered on major economic and monetary policy issues. Their aim was to promote cooperation towards achieving stable and sustainable global economic growth for the benefit of all countries. As an outcome of this, the G20 was established in 1999 as a platform for finance ministers and central bank governors to discuss international economic and financial issues. The first G20 summit was held in 2008 in Washington, D.C., and the second in London in April 2009. In September 2009, the third summit was held in Pittsburgh. In this meeting, the G20 was elevated to the level of heads of state, and it was named the premier forum for international economic cooperation. Until 2010, the summit was held semi-annually, and from 2011 onwards, the forum started meeting annually. Now let's see what is G20 Troika. The G20 summit is held annually with a rotating presidency, and in 2023, India holds the presidency. The Troika is the format in which G20 presidency works. The group does not have a permanent secretariat. It is supported by previous, current and future holders of the presidency. It is known as the Troika. In 2023, the Troika consists of Indonesia, India and Brazil. It is the first time the Troika comprising only developing countries that will set the agenda for two-thirds of the world's population. So as I said earlier, the group does not have a permanent secretariat. The presidency is supported by the Troika, that is, the previous, current and incoming presidency. The G20 presidency steers the G20 agenda for 1 year and hosts the summit. The G20 consists of two parallel tracks, the finance track and Sherpa track. Finance ministers and central bank governors lead the finance track, while Sherpas lead the Sherpa track. The G20 process from the Sherpa side is coordinated by the Sherpas of member countries. They are the personal emissaries of the leaders. Finance track is led by the finance ministers and central bank governors of the member countries. Within the two tracks, there are thematically organized working groups in which representatives from the relevant ministries of members as well as the invited guest countries and various international organizations participate. The finance track is mainly led by the Ministry of Finance. These working groups meet regularly throughout the term of each presidency. The Sherpas oversees negotiations over the course of the year, discussing agenda items for the summit and coordinating the work of G20. In addition, there are engagement groups that brings together the civil societies, parliamentarians, think tanks, women, youth, labor, businesses and researchers of G20 countries. Within the two tracks, there are thematically oriented working groups in which representatives from the relevant ministries of members as well as the invited guest countries and various international organizations participate. The main purpose of G20 is policy coordination between its members in order to achieve global economic stability and sustainable growth, to promote financial regulations that reduce risk and prevent future financial crises, and to create a new international financial architecture. Now let's see what distinguishes the G7 from G20. The G7 has been meeting for many years and is a smaller, more uniform group. The goals of the two organizations are similar, but the G7 is more concerned with issues of politics and security, while the G20 is more focused on international economic and financial regulation. So this is just a brief outline of the G20 Forum. In the next videos, let's have a detailed analysis of the topic. Hope this video is informative. Keep watching.